So, actually, I didn't. Well, I kind of guessed, but I didn't actually look. I presume there might be a petition to actually support that speed limit in Wales. I've actually found one here. Look. So it finished the 21st of March 2024. We want the Welsh Government to keep the excellent 20 mile an hour law. That finished on the 21st of March. And here, we want the Welsh Government to remove the disastrous 20 mile an hour law. That finished on the 13th of March. So, after this main petition finished on the 13th of March, and it's now the 15th of April, so it's like a month after it's finished, 469,571 signatures. So, 69. So they were only 30 odd thousand off getting 500,000. Now, everyone in Wales who was opposed to that, this is not a referendum. Everyone in Wales hasn't been asked. This is not even a public consultation either, right? People have got to share this themselves. All the government do is you write it and they put a page up for you, and it is your obligation to share it to as many people as you can, right? The government aren't going to help you share it, and the government aren't asking every single person. You're asking the government, and then you are asking other people. Now, there was a perfect opportunity here, and apparently they don't allow multiple petitions to run on the same subject, but yet you can, because they're meant to be amalgamated together and combined together. Anyway, you would have thought that Mark Drakeford would have, well, he's not meant to affect the outcome of these things, really. The government isn't. So only 5,399 people actually want to keep the 20 mile an hour speed limit. So I don't know how they can even contemplate not scrapping it. It seems ridiculous. I'll click on this map here, right? So this shows you who signed this. 7%, 3%, 2, 5, 2, 2, 1,500, 0.7, 1.2, 2.9, 4, 0.9, 0.71, 36, 3%, 1%, 6%. So they really don't have much support. You know, all this map thing's really fancy and really flashy, right? And when you look at this map and when you think, oh, what are they doing here? It makes you kind of, this makes people believe, or leads them to believe that, oh, the government are getting all honest and democratic, and looks like we might be able to vote on a lot of different things in the future rather than MPs deciding, and they might be going to make us be able to vote online for all different things and like do it county by county. But the thing with the petition is, this is not a referendum. You would have thought they'd do this for the referendum. When there's a referendum on, or an election, let's get this clear. They are asking the public and asking everyone. and they make sure everyone is asked, and they make sure everyone knows about it. And anyone then who does not respond, they've had their opportunity to have a say. And out of the people who do respond, that will be counted, right? Now, with the petition, which they've gone out of their way to make all this fancy, flashy stuff, right? In law, right? In the law of England, Wales, Scotland, in the legislation, in the Local Governments Referendum Acts, in the Local Government Act, in all of the legislation, when you are petitioning for something, for the referendum, nobody, no individual or group with their own private money is expected to have to collect any more than 5% of an electorate, any given area, in order to show it's important enough for the government to ask everyone. Because then, otherwise, you're doing a referendum. Now, it's not our job to do a referendum of a whole electorate or country, and it's not our responsibility or burden to pay for one either. The petition merely collects enough evidence that there is a wide enough concern that it merits the government to ask people. Now, it's true, it also says that you can have one referendum a year, but there's also law that overrides that says you can petition for anything, because writing a petition is like writing legislation or a bill for Parliament. And that is that. You can even ask for a referendum to be run exactly how you want it to be run, in your time frame, in your manner and your way. You can petition for that. Just like you can lay a bill to Parliament to ask for new forms of legislation. That's how it's written. So they're making a petition try to look like a referendum or a consultation, but they didn't write it, we wrote it. It's our job to only collect enough evidence to show to the government that enough people are interested. Now, maybe this is okay because the government then can see, at least when it comes down to the postcodes, even when it's like split between small percents, they can see where the people are from and what interests. So we'll click by region now. Still only 24% there, 10% there, 26% there, 11% there, 19% there. And then we'll try by country now. So only 5% of the signatures are from England. That's the same figures as for this other petition, which you'll see in a minute. 5% of all of those signatures are from England. So from all the people in Wales who have signed, only 5% of all the signatures for the whole thing are from England. That figure is also about the same for the other one as well. We'll click Scotland's only 26 people in Scotland signed and 2 in Northern Ireland. So it looks like England don't really know so much about what's going on in Wales, or they haven't really bothered to sign it, which it definitely is a very strong Welsh thing going on here. I think that 5%, you see, England have equalled at least 5% of the people who are interested in it in Wales, not the whole Welsh electorate, not 5% of that, but of the people who are bothered to have an interest in it, 5% are from England. I think that's significant. So that's for people who want to keep the speed limit. Only 5,399. So if this was a referendum, the Welsh government would be absolutely whooped. So I don't know what the basis is that they could possibly entertain the idea to carry on with it, other than absolute pure humiliation if they do a referendum and the results come out like this. Are they terrified of getting the message to the people who didn't have an opinion? People have had a chance to oppose it by asking and sharing. So why don't they just put it to the people? Now we'll look at this map. So this is the map for this. You'll see, like I said last time, right? 93% of all the signatures are from Wales and 5.6% are from England. So it's around the same figures. You strangely get 5% of all the people interested are from England, but there's quite a lot of Facebook groups. You'd have thought that probably means that only 5% of the groups on the internet are English, but I'd have thought more people would have been interested in that. So there you go. Let's have a look. 6%. Oh no, sorry. 1.4%. 2.5. 1.9. We'll start at the top. 2. Oh, sorry. That's the 2. Is that 2.991% or 2? I think that's 3%. 3.064. 2. Actually, 1, 2. I'm not too sure how they work this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, 125, 126, 127, 128, 129, 130, 131, 132, percentages. There's at least, there's something around 10 or 11, there's around 10 or 11,000 signatures in each area. I don't know if you want to click on every single one, so then I've got it recorded. So that's very interesting. They had 8,976 signatures in Anglesey. 8,000. Man, that getting a petition signed in Anglesey with 8,796 signatures is nearly 10,000. That's not far off 10,000. This is significant. 13% there. 22% up the top. 16%. 20%. 17. 10, 20. 13, 20. There's more signed it in the Cardiff area. There's nearly 100,000 people signed it in the Cardiff area. 65 through the middle part. Jane Dodds. So, I mean, so apparently, I think the population of Wales is about 3 million. So I'm gonna do a graph like I've done for the Lewisham Council election, just to show you, compare what these results compare when the government haven't even asked people Everyone's just asked each other with their own sharing expenses and resources, not the government, how that compares to an actual government-run election. For example, a recent one in Lewisham, what the turnout figures are, and how undemocratic and corrupt the Welsh government is to not give them the referendum they're entitled to, or just scrap the whole thing. Whose behalf are they acting on? We'll even put these figures in as well, you know.